Hi, hello, how are you? My name is Audra and I am
responsive and driven by rage.
all right. Hi, how are you? First and foremost, RIP Malcolm Jamal Warner, may you rest in power, and RIP to Ozzy Osbourne. My goodness, it's like this year cannot stop punching me in the taint, and I don't enjoy it.
We are the weirdos, mister.
I've been talking about this with my dear friend M, and like on camera, in front of y'all, but also behind the scenes. Khadijah had a post that like punched me directly in my face, and I did respond to it. So what she had said was, people are so entitled now. Like, why is it always artists and creatives that have to be broke and struggle, especially when you were fine to consume free content for years? Paywalls suck, but people really don't understand the behind the scenes of making content on YouTube and think we're all making Mr. Beast money. Girl, please. Keep your things behind a paywall. Actually, active fans, not passive ones, will find a way to support you. Passive ones will find excuses and blame you for putting yourself and your finances first. And this is something we've been talking about. I literally have a video talking about Patreon. Listen, there's 300 videos on this channel. Search at your own leisure, or don't, you know what I mean? Live your life. Do whatever you want. But I know that some of you are gonna, if you haven't already seen it, you're gonna be forced. They're gonna be like, hey, do you wanna watch this skincare video that Audra did 10 years ago, damn near? Like, or would you like to watch this clothing try on? Wild time. Anyway, and I did respond, but we've been talking about this for a very long time, about the reality of content creation, especially when they started changing the parameters for how you get monetized. And then like the way in which, like, even this live, for instance, will be demonetized. Like, I will not be able to monetize it. Obviously there's copyright stuff on it. It is what it is. It's going to be demonetized anyway, just because of the language. I probably said fuck too early. It is what it is. And my response was like, yes, people getting mad because they can see something was posted for members but can't access it. Calling creators greedy over ad placements. It's frustrating as hell. I'm just trying to make my art, and making my art takes money. So I was really, this has been a point of contention for a while, because it all kind of goes into a circular bucket. Also, if you're not subscribed to Khadijah, you don't have to, do you know what I mean? But you should go over and like check it out.
It's giving white feminist. Yep, it's giving very white feminist. And remember, you don't have to be white to be practicing it, okay?
They're gonna tell you to water your plants, and it's quite nice.
Be sure to feed your plants, so water your plants, and remember, you can always change your mind because you can.
Very calm, relaxing, reasonable, empathetic, things I am not.
Like, I don't know, like, I'm kind of an idiot.
But like, I've said this back in beauty YouTube days, because everybody has the backgrounds and we have cameras and all of this stuff. Like, even this setup, you're looking at it and you're thinking like, wow. Maybe you're not, but some people are gonna be like, wow, you must be making bank. First of all, I made most of the shit on the screen. Like, I made it, and I have a subscription to be able to make it. Like, I paid for that. I paid for this mic, the camera, the mic stand, the lights, all of the monitors, the PS5. Well, I didn't pay for the PS5. My mom did get that for me for Christmas because I'm a child. The PC that I'm streaming on, all of this shit in the background. The reality behind all of this art that people make is that it's not cheap. Most of us don't break even. I've broken even on the camera, because I feel like the camera was about $800. I have broken even on that. But truthfully, if I go through everything I've got, I'm nowhere near breaking even on all the stuff that I bought to be able to create content, because I like doing it, right? And I don't expect everybody to like just have to. If you can't pay for it, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Nobody's telling you that you have to. But I've been seeing this creep up more and more and more, especially on Reddit, because, you know, I don't have TikTok anymore. I don't go on, what is that place called? Twitter. I don't go on Twitter. I am very rarely on Instagram, which is why it was very interesting that like this was one of the first things that I saw, because I'm very rarely on there now. Like, I've been pulling back from spending so much time on these sites that these billionaires are using to gather my data so that they can sell me things that I don't need. And I said this in that old ass video where I was like, eventually more and more content creators are only going to be creating behind a paywall, because these platforms are finicky. I remember distinctly saying when everybody thought that TikTok was going down, which essentially it did. Let's be very real about the differences between TikTok pre-Trump and post-Trump. And so people were about to lose their livelihood. Like, there are people who make their entire monies from doing TikTok. And I love the people who want to be like, ha, good, now you have to get a real job. And to those people, very disrespectfully, fuck you. All jobs are real jobs. If you're getting paid, it's a job. I just need y'all to know that. Because when you say shit like that, you sound exactly like somebody who says that working at McDonald's isn't a job or being a janitor isn't a job. And these are all jobs that keep the world moving. And I know you're going to go, McDonald's doesn't keep the world. It does, actually. McDonald's and all of these other fast food restaurants that you frequent because you don't have time to make breakfast in the morning. Who else would do that for you? For you to go to a drive-thru and within 10 minutes have your breakfast and still be able to get to work on time. Sometimes late, who cares? And the thing is, this is why, again, it's gonna make a weird circle, but this is actually why this battle between ad blockers and the ads on YouTube is going the way that it's going. Because advertisers, I don't love ads. Nobody does. You know, it's fucking annoying. It's why I don't actually listen to the radio. I just pay for Spotify and YouTube music. That's what brings me joy. You know what I mean? I can just listen to whatever I want. I can listen to the same song over and over and over again. I can listen to Gas Pedal 37 times while I'm delivering mail. Do, 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 you know, and have a nice time.
Slow down, grab the wall, wiggle like you're trying to make your ass fall off.
Point is, the ads are what are paying for things. And I've said this in multiple videos before, but the reality is ads have paid for media for a very, very long time. That's how television shows were paid for. And that same model is brought here. Now you want to have ad blockers because you don't like ads. Understood, I guess, but also the creators aren't getting paid. So YouTube tries to crack down on it and y'all just keep going in circles. I have premium. It is what it is. The other thing that people don't realize on the creation side is recently, I'm going to say recently because I don't know what time is, but recently YouTube changed the way that creators put ads in their videos. I don't have a lot of control over that because now they have an AI system that goes through, okay? And it'll tell you, hey, this ad placement is interrupting the video. Even if you specifically left a break and it says it's interrupting the video, you're like, there's nothing there for like a few seconds. I had a pause, took a breath even. And so that's where I wanted to put the ad. And they're like, yeah, no, it's interrupting the video. You're like, okay. And if you let YouTube do it, listen, there's ads on top of ads, making love to ads, sucking other ads' toes. And there's like not a lot I can do because if I then try to go in and fix it, YouTube won't auto place it anymore. And then I'm the person who has to sit here trying to make the ad system happy with where I place the ads. And I have a whole other job. So I do not have the time or inclination to argue with the system. So if my videos have 8,000 ads, you know, it is what it is. I don't know what you want me to do. So it's this constant thing. And then people get mad that people have Patreons. They're like, how dare you have a Patreon? How dare you have YouTube memberships? How dare you have anything behind a paywall? These systems are fickle. I don't even know from video to video what I'm gonna make. Like the RPM changes, the RPM and CPM changes per video. So it's not even like the same each video. It's not gonna be, so I don't even know. Sometimes I get really lucky and I make over $100. Bitch, don't look at me. I'm so rich. I am making tens of dollars, all right? But then like things like the RBK video that just like exploded to the sun for reasons, that one made enough to where I think I paid off. That's what paid off the camera. And that's a very rare video for me. Now, the thing about this is that this is like a comment section. Khadijah was responding to a comment that Broe de Chanel had on their post panel. They're talking about how they have a video up for their Patreon, and finally they bring this part up. Lastly, I've been receiving a lot of comments like these ones. Comment in question is one person saying, dang, I guess I'll have to pirate it. And then it's her prerogative, but paywalling this sucks so much. Not paying, but nice short video. And this person is letting content creator know they won't be paying, as most people won't. If a creator is dumb enough to not want their content publicly available, especially content with a large potential audience and one that would likely bring in new viewership to the channel, they should expect to lose audience members and are removing potential audience members in the future. Some people can and will pay. Most cannot and will not. Someone with 500,000 subs does not need to permanently paywall content. That's pure greed. This is what I'm talking about. People be out here not knowing this. This is why the fuck you don't watch people's pockets. We're gonna get back to what Broy's saying, but this is why you don't watch people's pockets. You have no fucking idea how much money people make doing YouTube. You have no fucking idea. This is one of the reasons why I'm very anti open up your YouTube or content creation finances to the public. I'm anti it because of shit like this. Especially the people who are like making all the money doing all these things. Like, yeah, it's easy for them to like show you this stuff because they make a lot of money and they're trying to show you that they're down to earth by being like, this is how much money I make doing this, like da 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 da. And it's not like my house is normal. They're like really trying to justify. It reminds me a lot of like stay-at-home moms and how they have hashtag such and such mom in their profiles. Like, baby, you don't have to justify your momness to anybody. You don't have to justify you being a stay-at-home mom. If that is the choice you made and you're happy with it, baby, you are a woman. You don't need to justify what the fuck you do to anybody. Thank you. Better content creators with more successful channels demonstrate what kind of content is best to paywall and what an early release structure looks like for other content. Like, these people will come in here and say all this shit. These are the kind of comments that anytime somebody sees something that's behind a paywall, they start on this. And here's the thing, you're not entitled to anybody's work for free, ever, anywhere, at all. Like, if you saw somebody knitted like a really cool sweater, you don't get to go in the comments and go, too bad you won't give me that sweater for free, you dumb bitch. Like, that's not, that's not how it works. So what she said was, lastly, I've been receiving a lot of comments like these ones. I try my best not to read every comment and I've tried not to let it bother me, but I'm genuinely shocked at the volume of these, considering how common Patreon is for many video essayists on YouTube. This response from you, from some of you, has been so demoralizing. Like, again, this content is free to you. And I say this as someone who also, I pay for premium. I paid for it from the moment it was YouTube Red, and I will never look back. I like not having ads. Now, there are rumors where they're like, you still get ads on YouTube Premium. That's the light version. Yes, you do. But regular ass premium, no, you do not. That's a lie. I don't know who just started perpetuating that lie. It's a lie. I'm enjoying my life. Most of us mid-range full-time YouTubers make average to slightly above average income with a ton of fluctuation. But many people are quick to assume we make much more than we do because the ceiling for YouTube ad revenue can be very high. For full transparency, I recently fell on somewhat hard times, and at the moment, I am barely breaking even. So let me just clue some of y'all in on this, because I think FD just had put up a GoFundMe for his former editor. If this is people's full-time job, especially in the US, baby, they don't have insurance. If anything happens, like it all comes out of their money. Granted, you might be able to negotiate the medical bill because when you're paying cash, they'll negotiate with you. It's not a not so secret part of capitalism in the US, but like you can negotiate some of these things when you're paying with cash money. But I need y'all to recognize that, like, if you have an editor, if you have somebody who's making thumbnails, anything that you're using, almost every YouTuber that you run into, I'm gonna say, have multiple subscriptions that they pay for varying things that help them to make content. And here's the fun part about those subscriptions. It's getting harder and harder for you to be able to just pay for the year. Like, it's very annoying. You want to just pay for the year and they won't let you. They're forcing more and more people onto these monthly plans. Very irritating. It's because they get paid more money that way. Capitalism is a drama starting ass bitch. Sure, all knowledge should be freely available, but we all know that that is not possible. It's just not. These truths are irreconcilable and they're exhausting to always fight about. Yeah, and people act like art was ever free. Like, the Patreon, the name coming from patrons of the arts, like, this has been something that has always existed. Some of your favorite, most famous artists would not have been able to create the art they created without someone financially supporting them to be able to create said art. And I will tell you this, for me, there's a lot of shit I could make. I just don't have time because I have a job, and the job is all consuming. Yesterday was damn near a 12-hour day, and working outside, it's hot as fuck. And I have to keep stressing that. It's really, really hot outside. So when I come home, I do not it's not a thing of like, oh, maybe I could. I do not have the energy. I literally don't. I come home, I sit in the house, I just sit and stare at things for a while. Sometimes I will play a house flipper silently in Discord, and other people come and like just hang out while I'm playing. Sometimes I watch a show. Sometimes I eat and watch TV. Like, I'm literally just cooling off for, I don't know, anywhere between 2 to 3 hours before I even consider taking a shower, because that's how freaking hot it is. So it's not me being like lazy or uncaring about wanting to make the content. I can't. I like physically cannot do it. I cannot come home and hop in the shower and be like, okay, let's film now. I do not have the energy for that. So like the things that I could make, if I had the ability to do so, man, y'all ain't ready for that shit. Anyways, like it's one of the reasons why I don't make as many videos about movies as I used to, because I don't have time to edit them the way I want to edit them. They don't have a company matching their 401k. They have to maximize their earnings in their prime earning years. Yeah, and it's like you don't have a retirement plan. And even the thing is, even if you are putting money into savings and all of these things, one thing going bad as a content creator, like that's your full time. Damn. And I don't even really want to go full time. Like when I say full time, what I really mean is I just want to be able to take every other month off of my job. Paid or unpaid doesn't matter to me. If this was basically picking up the bulk of like that month, then I just would be able to do that. Also, during the summer, I could literally just take like the worst months off and be like, anyways, I will be here making content. This is what starts pissing me off, that she has to go and tell people what the fuck is going on in her life so that people will stop being assholes. And I get it, like, don't do content creation if you don't want people to say mean things to you. How about you just not be a dick? Have you considered that? Have you? It's a thing, you could do it. So she said, at the moment, I am barely breaking even. I am also on a visa and thus not in a place legally to simply get another job. With YouTube numbers declining over the past year across the board, I'm also not in a place to negotiate higher paying sponsorships. Correct, that's been a thing. And y'all complain about fucking sponsorships too. Not you, y'all, because listen, the people in my audience are amazing. Y'all are awesome, and I know that because I see it when y'all are getting there, you know? And just listen, when you see somebody has a sponsorship, you don't have to buy the thing, but click it. Go spend some time on the website. Look around, like you know, even if you don't have the money to buy shit, just click on it. Look around. Take a peeky peek, you know? Spend 5 to 15 minutes on the site, scrolling. All right? And then you're out. Helps your favorite content creators out. Okay? Thank you. I expect things will change soon and Patreon growth is slow, but it's definitely been helpful and very much appreciated. So simply uploading less often would have caused a massive hit to my livelihood. I know, I have to upload significantly less because I was on a trajectory at one point. Like, obviously it was during lockdown, but I was on a trajectory to be able to, had I been able to sustain not the type of content I was making, but the pace at which I could create content. I was on a pace to be able to get to a point where I was getting to somewhere like, I don't know, between 1,200 and 1,500 a month, which would have been gangbusters for me, but that's gone now because I don't have time for that. I've explained already why the upload cadence with the channel was unsustainable. I think it would have resulted in me either quitting YouTube. I don't know who this lady is. I've heard her name. I've never really watched her stuff. Don't get mad at me. But obviously she's way more successful than I am. But the fact that she's like speaking some of my same language out here, like my options were to quit YouTube, vibes, same. It was really good just to be like, I'm gonna quit and just stay on Twitch because it's become untenable. It was difficult for me to film. I got tired of trying to like find time to do this thing that I enjoy doing, but also felt like if I didn't do it, there were some people who were like a little weird about me not uploading in a timely fashion. And I was like, I'm gonna need you to put your lips directly on my sphincter and kiss it unless you want to pay me the money for me to do this at your time. All right? Thank you. So me either quitting YouTube or just making slop because I was burnt out. And slop is a very interesting conversation, which I feel like we're gonna have to get into at some point. I don't know when. I feel like one day we're all gonna have to have this conversation about what constitutes slop, because like I feel like we're just using the term for literally everything. And I do think that there are creators who are recognizing, like multiple creators have a lot of different channels. Like FT has the B-sides where he just like kind of pushes out his less well-formed thoughts, or like not as deep, not without all the research and all of that shit that he does on his big ass videos. Because what they're realizing is like, I still have to have a stream coming in even whilst I wait for the other video to get done. And the thing is, I do think that also helps to escalate burnout, if I'm going to be frank with you, because it feels like you're just always trying to fucking make content. Period. So instead, I am posting marginally less often while giving you all the option to opt into more videos if you should like to. I do not expect everyone to do this. Times are hard for everyone, but I should not have to explain why I deserve to be compensated for my work. I should also not have to be villainized as greedy for wanting to make more money in general. Literally, who doesn't? Bitch, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Listen, we want to live in a society where all of our basic needs are handled. Unfortunately, that's not the society that we live in. I, like you, have to have money to do things. I need money to get my mugs, you know? This is the thing that I treat myself to at least once a month. I try, if I have the money to do so. I like buying myself these stupid ass mugs. It gives me a little bit of joy. It makes what I do in every day, because I say this directly in my supervisor's face, directly in my postmaster's face. I'm just like, this is the worst part of my day. I'm not going to argue with you and make it worse. As soon as I clock out, I start having a nice time. I'm here because I have to be here. Y'all are taking this shit way too seriously. I'm trading my time for money just like you. So like, calm down. Because the thing is, when you're just breaking even, that's not enough, because it's still very stressful. And this is why so many content creators just quit. And that's the thing that kills me, is the very same people, I promise you, on these videos calling people greedy, talking about their sponsorships, being like, oh, they have too many ads in their videos, blah, 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 are the same ones who complain and get upset when one of their faves quits YouTube, just stops uploading. Because I promise, if I quit YouTube, I just would stop uploading. I would never upload again. And the only people who would know about it would be everybody on the Patreon, Discord, all of that shit. Those are the only people who know. I'd be like, yeah, I'm done doing that shit. Like, if you want to quit the Patreon and whatnot, like, go for it. I don't even look at the numbers for my patrons, because I know that times are tough. I know that sometimes people come and go. Like, most of the time people come and go as they can. Like, shit changes. I patronize 3 create. No, you know what? Now it's 4. Now it's 4, because I added somebody like from my YouTube memberships as well. So, ooh, it might be more than that. Anyways, I do spend money to support creators. So don't be out here acting like I'm just talking out of my ass. Like, I literally do spend money supporting my favorite content creators, making sure that they can hopefully continue to make content. I don't want them to get burnt out. I don't want them to feel forced to make content that they don't want to make. I just don't understand this mentality. So this is creative work, and while it's an amazing job, it is labor intensive. These videos have been free for almost everyone for 5 years, and I cannot fathom why my choice to upload marginally less frequently and promoting a fully optional alternative has instigated such hostility from people, to the point of encouraging the piracy of my work. I guess I should be flattered that people like my work enough to be this angry, but it also feels entitled, if not straight up disdainful. For everyone else, thank you for being supportive and understanding. Your patience is very felt. Being able to have time to flesh out a video has been so valuable, and it feels amazing to once again be proud of my work. We keep going into this constant cycle, and it's really frustrating watching people do this. I find it very fascinating that there has been a turn on this, because maybe 3 years ago, if you were in the I hate YouTube Premium, I refuse to pay YouTube Premium camp, you would be upvoted all to heaven and downvoted to hell if you said I like Premium. Now the tides are turning and people are just like, yeah, no, because here's the thing, people will be like, get an ad blocker, you can do this, and then they proceed to tell you the 72 steps that you can do to have an ad blocker. And babes, I'm not going to do that. I live with my mother. I'm not going to fix her shit every time it disconnects or whatever. I don't have time for that. I have too many devices. I'm not doing all that. I would rather pay for it and make sure all the content creators that I enjoy are at least getting their pennies when I watch their videos. LOL, my friend was like, why don't you have Netflix without ads? I was like, that's $20. Choices need to be made. I can't have every service with no ads. That part. And like, that's what I have to do, is I have to like negotiate, right? So what I've started doing is slowly, the only thing that I hate about YouTube Premium Family is that, as far as I can tell right now, they are not allowing the entire family to share the subscription plans. Unless I'm using it wrong and somebody knows better than me, just let me know. So the main point is having these spaces is also making a spot where, like, there are those of you I see regularly in comments and whatnot. I see you in streams, all that good shit. Amazing, wonderful. I talk to you back and forth. Sometimes I can answer my comments, sometimes I can't. It just really depends. There is space for people to just be able to like have conversations and joke and laugh and actually build community. Because, you know, there's so many people who will be like, the internet's ruining everything. Okay, calm down. All right, calm down, Jessica. The internet is not ruining everything. You can build community, and it's nice to be able to build community with other people in the same communities. And then you all start, like, you know, crisscrossing, not scissoring. Don't get it confused. Okay, so yeah, I found it fascinating. I think that people are going to have to calm down. Some of y'all don't know how to see something that isn't for you and just like pass by. It's wild the way that some of y'all can't do that. Like, I don't understand why you do this. Like, y'all will literally find a post that makes you angry. And like, this is what like I've been saying, FD's been saying, many creators have been trying to tell y'all, like, don't interact with that shit because they're gonna keep giving it to you. They're gonna keep trying to make you angry. So like, if you see this and you're upset because what you're really mad at is that it was free and you could just watch it, and now you're upset that there's versions of content out there that you don't have access to, and it's weird as fuck that you're acting like the content creator like needs to give that to you because you said so. Like, some of y'all need to take 17 seats and realize that, like, 1, this is a real job. 2, you are not entitled to anybody's art for free. You just aren't. I say all that to say, just like, real talk. Everybody does theirs differently. My Patreon and all of that, I have, it's just, you get all the same shit regardless of tier, because it makes me feel weird to like leave people out. That's me. That's who I am as a person. My autistic sense of justice won't really allow me to keep people out of enjoying things. The main difference is just whatever you can afford, basically. So that's how I do mine. Everybody does theirs differently. But the idea that people should be making this shit for free for you is kind of insane. You know, I'm mentally ill. I'm not insane. I just need people to calm down with that energy. Don't go to people's videos doing that shit. Y'all are getting weird. Y'all are getting too comfortable with some of the parasocials that y'all have. Y'all are getting too comfortable talking to people a little wild. Just talking to people out the side of your mouth. Because I promise you, listen, allegedly in Minecraft, I promise you, if you said that to me on the street, I would slap the shit out of you. Allegedly in Minecraft, not in the real world, ever, because I would never do anything like that. Because again, some of y'all will be running off at the mouth kind of wild, and I'm just like, oh, were we going to fight? I will find out where you live. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. I'm not that kind of, like I said, mentally ill, not insane. Thank you. Applause for all the mentally ill baddies. What's up? This is what I'm saying. Not enough people are getting like punched in the face like they used to. Period!